Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Appreciate everybody waiting for us to let everybody in. With that, here we go. My name is Josh Bopp. I am the founder and CEO of Aduvo. On the call today, we also have Mike Williams, one of our business development managers, and Matthew Vaughn, one of our product specialists. Mike will be manning the Q&A, so don't hesitate to ask a question. Just post a question in the Q&A section, and Mike will get that answered for you. And then a little later in the presentation, Matt's going to give you a live walkthrough of Aduvo, our product that we're reviewing today. So with that, let's get started. I think the easiest way to kind of explain what we built, why we built it, is to introduce you to our fictitious loan officer, Morgan. Morgan works for a small mortgage company, and she's busy. We're all busy, right? She could also be an individual at a larger organization, or perhaps working for a small team in a large organization. But the common thread is that marketing materials are not provided to Morgan. So that's really why and who we built Aduvo for. And as part of Morgan's busy day, she needs to send messages to her borrowers and realtors. And it's everything, right? It could be happy birthday. It could be, hey, looks like your appraisal is received. Hey, you could be a candidate for a refi. Why don't you give me a call? But it's constant, right? So she has to constantly keep in touch with her borrowers, with her realtor, with her referral sources. And she would love to streamline some of that so she can work on some higher value activities in her workday. So how do we automate that, right? How does Morgan automate those messages to her borrowers and realtors? Well, one solution in the market today are mortgage CRMs, and they're great. But the problem is for that individual, for that small mortgage company, for that small team within a larger mortgage company, it's really overkill. They're expensive, they're complicated, and they're designed for very large teams, especially on the complicated front, right? If you're a busy loan officer trying to do 20 different things in your day, you don't want to log into the CRM with one goal in mind of staying in touch with your borrowers and realtors and just be inundated and overwhelmed with feature creep, right? The things that you don't care about really get overwhelming. There's also mass market solutions that she's tried, right? The HubSpots and Constant Contacts of the world. And while they certainly serve that smaller team, that smaller mortgage company well in terms of how they're designed, they just lack all of the content that's industry specific to the mortgage world that would make Morgan's job easier. So in order to get something like Salesforce working well in a small mortgage company, you need to create all that content from scratch. And we're kind of right back where we started of, okay, I'm already busy. I already don't have enough time. I don't have the technical expertise or the time in my day to go create dozens or hundreds of pieces and campaigns and triggers and lists and all the pieces that would make that work. So what does she do? She uses email, Outlook, Gmail, her phone to send a text message, and she manually sends those emails and text messages to her borrowers, to her realtors, to her referral sources, day in and day out. It's a pain. I mean, it's functional and it works, but it is really not where she wants to be. Morgan is exactly why we built Aduvo. And what we did first and foremost is we built true set it and forget it campaigns that are compliant to all mortgage regulations. These campaigns are text messages and email messages designed to be sent from the loan officer to the borrower, realtors, and referral sources, and vetted for compliance. And we'll walk through that here in just a minute. We then wrap that around a really easy to use onboarding process and a really easy to use product. Our product is designed for loan officers. It is not designed for full-time marketing professionals. And with you in mind, you'll see the tools here in just a bit when Matt walks you through that. They're intuitive and simple, and it's an affordable price. And last, we have tight integrations with all the major loan origination systems in the marketplace today. And really what that means for you is you don't have to worry about the data behind all of this. There's no imports and exports and spreadsheets and, hey, how do I get this specific loan program to this other campaign over here? Nope, we did all that for you. So we have over 200 data points that we've mapped to all of these providers. And we have direct relationships with all these providers, so we can get both your historical loans and your new loans into Adubo, really without you lifting a finger. So on a day-to-day basis, what does the thing look like? We call a little bit of magic because for our customers, it might as well be magic. It's very technical. It's very complicated under the hood, how we're making all of this happen. But from your perspective, you don't really care, right? We're doing all of that work for you, and Adubo just works on your behalf, so you don't have to think about this stuff. Well, the first thing that we did is we made it really, really easy to get started with Adubo. So you visit our website, you click the Start a Free Trial button, click Get Started, schedule an onboarding call with one of our product specialists, and that's it, right? The process has begun. During that 10-minute welcome call, we help you set up your account. What's your business name? What's your NMLS number? What's your logo? Let's get that logo updated so it's sized correctly and it's going to look good on our email templates, so on and so forth. It can take as long as an hour if you've got a lot of questions and how-tos, but most of our customers do it 10 to 15 minutes, and your portion of the setup is done. And I'll walk through our portion here in just a moment, but that's it. You're done with the end user portion of setup. Oh, excuse me. One other important thing, pick which campaigns you want, right? So you've got dozens to pick from. Our product specialist is going to review those with you. You just toggle them on and you don't think about it again. Then you're done, right? So in terms of the onboarding process, what can take weeks or months with another solution literally is minutes with Adubo, and it's very unique in the marketplace today. And then you get back to work, right? So in our example, Morgan is going to go ahead and take a new loan file in her loan origination system, which is going to fill that out. What's the person's name and DOB and loan amount and all that great stuff. As soon as she hits the save button on that new loan file, now Adubo is going to receive that, right? Because we've finished onboarding, we've connected you with your Arrive instance as an example, and that new loan comes into Adubo. We're going to take a look at it, and from there, we're going to do all the heavy lifting. You've told us what campaigns you want to have turned on. We're going to take care of the rest of it for you. So in this example, after we've started this new loan file, as soon as Morgan hit the save button, we started 3 different marketing campaigns to your borrower instantly. The application received campaign is an instant campaign, meaning at each milestone along the way, we're going to send professionally crafted email message on your behalf to that borrower. And that borrower knows their application was successfully received. They know what the next step of the process is, how to get a hold of you, all that great stuff. But simultaneously, because you turned on the newsletter campaign and birthday campaign, we've enrolled that borrower into our monthly newsletter. We've got curated content specific to the borrower co-borrower audience. First Tuesday of every month, that message is going to get sent. And excuse me, happy birthday, right? So you collected the DOB as part of that onboarding process, the loan intake process. Might as well send them a happy birthday announcement on their birthday. So we're going to do that for you, not only this year, but every year, right? We know what their birthday is. So we're going to go ahead and send fresh birthday announcements each and every year to that borrower from here forward. And then simultaneously, because you collected the buyer's agent and seller's agent on that loan in your loan origination system, we're going to enroll both the buyer's agent and seller's agent in those campaigns that you turned on. And in this example, that's the loan status campaign. So we're going to send a trigger message, a text alert in this particular case, to the buyer's agent and the seller's agent that application has been received. And we're going to enroll both in our monthly realtor newsletter, which has realtor-specific market updates and content, also sent on the first Tuesday of the month. And the unique thing, too, is that seller's agent, a lot of times you don't even have a relationship with prior to these messages that you're sending. We've had Adubo customers in the past tell us that they've generated business simply by sending those loan status alerts to those seller's agents, because the mortgage partner that they've used up until that point just simply isn't doing something like that. And that's really it, right? So now Morgan is happier clients and more referrals as part of deploying Adubo, but almost more importantly, she's done that without investing more time in her day, without having to hire more people, and without having a complicated piece of software that she's got to manage. After she's onboarded to Duvo, she just works in her loan origination system as she always does and doesn't have to think about this again. If she never logs into a Duvo again, it's still going to be working in the background on her behalf. So how do we make it work, right? So it all sounds great. Kind of sounds like magic, sounds like hooey, I guess. If you don't know all the technical details under the hood, let's just kind of step through a couple of things that we do. Well, first is the onboarding call. We already talked about that. So that onboarding call is your portion of this deployment. But then we really get to work on your behalf. So we have, again, very tight, very great relationships with our loan origination system partners. And we're going to work to ingest all the historical loan files that you've accumulated over the last months, weeks, years, and bring those into a Duvo, right? So we don't care if you've got 24 or 25,000 loan files out there. We're going to pull all those into a Duvo, and you don't have to worry about it. Think about it. Everything's been pre-mapped and pre-built, so we know where it goes and how it gets there. And then depending on which campaigns you've enabled, we're going to start sending messages instantly, right? So that newsletter campaign or maybe a rates are dropping campaign, as soon as the data starts hitting a Duvo, we're going to start sending those messages. And then last is really a set and forget, hands-free approach from there forward. Now you can build your own campaigns, and Matt's going to show you that here in just a few moments. But if you don't, that's okay. The campaigns that you turned on with us as part of onboarding are going to run forever. And we're going to be on the lookout for any new loans that hit your loan origination system and any loan updates that hit that LOS. You don't have to worry or think about any of those pieces. And then on the content side, we really have created turnkey campaigns for your use. And I think this is the other big differentiator of a Duvo versus other solutions in the market. First, in my opinion, is our rapid onboarding. Second is our easy use interface. But this is the key where the rubber hits the road, which is the campaigns themselves. So we start by creating the content, right? Pretty obvious. You gotta write this stuff, but we've got hundreds of different templates that we've created in a Duvo, created dozens of different campaigns. And after we create that copy, we then send it to an external compliance organization. So our team has years of experience both in marketing and in mortgage marketing. And our compliance partner has years of experience vetting that content to make sure that we're compliant to all mortgage rules and regs throughout the United States today. So you don't have to worry about those pieces. And then next, how's it look, right? So we check to make sure it looks good on a phone. Does it look good in Gmail versus Outlook, on a laptop versus a desktop? So you can look as professional as possible when you send those messages out to your borrowers, your realtors, your referral partners. Next, we build the list. Is this for the borrower? Is this for the realtor? Is this for loans that were closed last year above 7.5%? Our campaigns take that into account and pre-build the list for you, so you don't have to figure that piece out. And then finally is the schedule, right? If it's a loan status campaign, most of that schedule is instantaneous. As a date comes in on application received versus appraisal ordered, you want those messages to go out as fast as possible. If it's more of a nurture campaign, maybe it's 10 or 15 different messages staggered over months, right? We're going to pre-build all of those triggers for you so you don't have to think about those pieces prior to using a Duvo. Your only real job is to review the campaigns that we've built, pick the ones that you want, and turn them on. If you want to build your, campaign categories. Our professionals have 6 main categories that we build content for. There are others, but these are certainly our most popular. Real-time loan status alerts, birthdays, holidays, and loan anniversaries. We have both a borrower and realtor newsletter, and then plenty of lead nurture campaigns. And if you want to build your own, that's absolutely okay with us. We've got a great tool set to do that. I'm going to hand this over to Matthew Vaughn so he can step through creating a really simple, straightforward, basic campaign and see if you have any questions.
All right. Can everyone hear me right? And Josh, is my screen sharing the Duvo screen?
Yep, I can hear you great, and I can see your screen.
All right. Hello, everyone. I am Matt. I will be demoing the platform today. Now that you've seen how the product works from Josh, I'll just be doing a quick demonstration of how to build some content from scratch in the site, just so you can see that workflow and what it would look like. We'll be creating a campaign and an email template, but first, I'd like to just take a quick look at the dashboard and some of our navigation options. Here on the dashboard, there's some options here where you get a quick overview of what is being synced to your site. Over here on the left-hand side, this is data getting synced in from the LOS, and then data over here on the right for what has been going out from Eduvo, so emails, text messages, and so on. We have some other options here, user profile, where these initials are. You can check your user profile. If you're an admin, you can check your company profile and manage your user profiles if you have additional in there. This is just a quick start, just to get items created from the front page. People and loans here. This is where you can create new lists in the site based off the data that's been synced in from your LOS. Look at other contact information and just loan data integrated from the software. Here in marketing, this is where you will be creating, editing, and managing your campaigns and emails. It's pretty straightforward. I'll go into that here now. We're just going to take a look at a quick start page here. And in here is what we like to call the set it, forget it campaigns. These are the ones that were mentioned just a moment ago by Josh. If all you're wanting to do is come in here and enable one of those, that's essentially it. You just come here and click this toggle, and that's good to go. Your borrower newsletter will go out to all your borrowers every month. So straightforward. There's just a little slider here you guys can click. That's it. So we'll go ahead and jump into creating some custom content. We'll just go ahead and click create new here. There's an email entry. It'll ask you to fill out some information just so you can recognize it. Subject line will be, what the client's seeing when it shows up in their box. I'll go ahead and go over here to my content. I created one for the demo, and you'll see it's the same information here. We'll go ahead and click next content. And here is the template editor. Pretty straightforward. Everything is container based. Essentially, you just mouse over it if you'd like to change the container. Once you click on it, it gives you some options over here on the left-hand side to edit it however you please. You can add more by simply clicking on a block over here. I'm just going to do an image. I'm going to drag it onto the template. I'm going to drop there. And then now you'll see that container pops up. Just click on it, and we can add an image. So let's go ahead and, this one looks good. So now that there's an image in here, you can change your text if you'd like. Standard text editor up here at the top. You can change heading, you can change the font, and so on. Let's just say, for example, this is good to go. This is what you want to send to your clients. We'll just go up here and click save. You can exit. And let's say now you are interested in creating a message for clients at a specific note rate, maybe a refinance campaign or something. Go ahead and go in here to all contacts. And we'll see that there's a bunch of data in here for what your contacts would be inside of a site. So you can actually create that list. Let's go ahead and do something simple like a note rate. We'll do is between, let's just do 6 and 9% for this example. There we go. And that is going to filter everyone that's synced in from your LOS that fits this criteria of having an interest rate of between 6 and 9%. You can continue to add filters. You can add as many as you like. For example, if you wanted to add like closed date between 2020 and 2024, you do that. Then simply all you have to do is save it. Just name this note rate 6, 9% demo. Here we go. And there you go. So now you have this list of clients that fit that criteria set here in the filter. You can go and create a campaign. We're going to name this demonstration. Let's just put a date in there. Go. And you got some options here, pretty straightforward. Some of this is mostly just for internal use, so you can find it more easily in the site, or if you just want to categorize things for yourself. So if you can set it to only allow certain users to be able to use it. So if you wanted this to be a campaign specific to one loan officer, you could do that. You can set who is it from. You can set custom address, loan processor, loan officer, and contact owner. So go next. And here is the list that we just created. You can see this is only showing, or this is only going to pull in the people that you filter for in the site. And then you have a to recipient here, so you can actually get even further down the line and narrow it down. You can choose within that list who you actually want to receive the message. So if this is a more complex list that would maybe pull in your agents, and maybe you don't want to reach those agents, you can just simply click borrower and co-borrower only. Go. You can add a CC, BCC, and so on. Pretty standard there. And then we're going to go in here and add the template we just created. So we got demo. Okay, add to campaign. Next. Then set your schedule. Pretty straightforward. If you are looking at repeating maybe a monthly message, you can do that. You can do a fourth Wednesday every September. It gets more narrow. Set this however you'd like, so you can definitely customize your schedule if you'd like to. For this case, we'll just use a custom date, and we'll just set this to schedule. Then that works. There we go. So it's set for 9/25/2024 at 11 a.m. Standard Time. Next. And then it'll ask you if you want to activate your campaign. I'll just click continue editing here just to show what that'll look like once you're all done. And here is the campaign page. You have some metrics up here at the top to help keep track of how it's been performing. These ones are for everything in the campaign. So if this was a drip campaign and you had multiple messages in here, this would be all of it combined. And then you have an individual metric for each message here. You can always change your schedule down here by clicking this pencil icon. And you can always edit later on your campaign details. Maybe you created a new list or you want to update the list, you can come in here and add that new list here. Yep. And then we also have a message log. This will have some data in here. So for example, it'll keep track of everyone that it's been sent to. It'll have their email address, their name. It'll even tell you the activity. If they clicked on the message, if they opened a link in the message, maybe it bounced, it'll have that activity here so you can see, and it should give you an idea of what happened, that message. There's also an overview here. This will keep track of everything, just kind of a very generic metric for everything that's been going on for the campaign. And it works for text messaging as well. There we go. So that concludes this demonstration. That's all you really would need to do to create a custom email and campaign to send out to your clients. Please feel free to use the Q&A chat if you have any questions, and I'll be looking out. And Josh, if you'd like to take this back over. Thank you, guys.
Yep. Are you seeing my screen okay again, Matt?
Yep.
Great. All right. With that, let's talk price. So one of the unique things about Eduvo, in addition to being an attractive price at $99 per user, is the way that we license. So we only charge for loan officers. In the example I'll give, say you have a 15-person company, 10 of you are loan officers, the other 5 are support staff. All 15 can use the product unrestricted. There's no handcuffs that we put on our free users, but we're only going to charge for those 10 loan officers as the messages will be sent with them as the beneficiary. And then we have 2 different ways you can pay. Again, my example, in the 15-person company, if all 10 loan officers want to be provided, paid for by the company, we're happy to do that. But if individual subscriptions are really the way that your company is structured, we can handle that too. So if those 10 loan officers, maybe 2 or 3 are at the corporate office and the other 7 are independents, they can pick and choose. Maybe 2 or 3 want to use Eduvo, the other 3 or 4 don't. We can charge those individual subscriptions as part of the overall tenant. One tenant, but individual subscriptions, kind of a little unique to the way that we do things. All right, so let's just kind of recap what we covered today, how we really help solve your marketing needs. First is that true automation, right? So post onboarding, if you don't want to ever log into Eduvo again, that's fine with us. We have designed the product with that in mind, and we're making sure that we're keeping things up to date with your loan origination system. Second is really simple and cost effective. So on the cost effective side, really tried to make it an affordable, attractive price for small mortgage companies, individual loan officers, small teams. And we have that quick, easy setup and easy to use interface with you, the loan officer, as our primary audience, not a marketing professional. Relevant content. So again, I walk through how we create that content, but just that we have that content for you and it is truly turnkey. And last is that tight LOS integration, right? So you don't have to worry about how the heck do I get my data out of my loan origination system and into Aduvo, both from my historical files and my new files. We're going to take care of all of that for you. So the Aduvo difference, really, we have built this product with relationships in mind. We want to help you build stronger relationships with your borrowers, realtors, referral partners, and every piece of content that we write has that as our goal and keeps that in mind. And really, as a result of that, is you creating half your clients, right? We're going to send those messages on your behalf, but more importantly, it's going to be timely professional communications when that borrower, when that realtor wants to receive that message, when it's important to them. And as a result, they're going to provide you additional leads, additional business, both on the referral side from the borrower, but equally importantly, probably more importantly, is on the realtor side, giving them as good as experience as you possibly can before, during, and after that loan transaction to ensure they come back to you again and again and again. So what's next? If you've seen enough today and you would like to start a trial, great. You can visit our website, aduvo.com, click on try for free, and we will start that process for you. We're also going to send an email tomorrow morning that has those same instructions in it with a call to action link to start your trial. But if you'd like a little more information, you want to have a one-on-one conversation with us, in that same email will be a book a consultation link, or you can visit our website and simply click on book a demo, and we will set that time with you with one of our product specialists, and they can walk you through any questions that you've got with Aduvo. And then last, if you are really interested in getting Aduvo for you and your teammates, but you're not the decision maker in the organization, we have a page on our website called Empower Your Team that's designed for that decision maker. Really just boils down all the best parts of Aduvo into a really simple, straightforward page for that decision maker. And the link to that will also be in that follow-up email. And that is it. That was quick. We try and get through this quickly so you can get back to your workday. If you've got questions for us, by all means, please post them in the Q&A here. We're going to hang out for as long as we need to get those questions answered for you. And we would love to talk to you. So reach out to us, email, phone, web, or on the screen there, and we'll leave this up as well. So we'd love to hear from you and answer any questions that you've got. Hope everybody has a wonderful day today, and we will talk to you soon. Thank you.